We document birthdays, we document holidays, all for the purpose of sharing our favorite memories of our favorite people. Well, within those memories are meaningful relationships that also deserve to be remembered. And the question becomes, how do we get those expressions out of our hearts and into physical form? My next guest is here to help us put those meaningful bonds into story form. Story coach and memory keeping expert Stacy Julian joins me from her home in Washington to teach us her ways. Stacy, happy Valentine's Day. This feels like a little love treat for me to get to talk to you. I adore you, sister. You know that.
I'm right back at you, girl. I'm so happy to be here.
Great to have you. Great to have you. We want to leave our legacy of not just the facts, right? The who, what, where, but the feelings too. How do we go about that?
Okay, so today is all about relationships. Relationships are all about people, and I have an acronym for you, PEOPLE. Did I spell it right?
Yes, you did.
To help you capture and create, like you say, relationships with our cameras and in our stories.
What does the P stand for? Let's start at the top.
Yeah, so the P is for pose. And I don't want you to ask people to line up and look at the camera. I want you to at least some of the time just get super silly, like do something ridiculous. Because if you can get your people to laugh, they are going to relax, and the resulting photo is going to be way more fun.
So we're pulling out emotion in our physical presence.
Yes, yes, and make them do it. They will do it if you're like, we're doing this, and I will stand here until you do it, okay?
I'm going to stand here until I get the picture I want, mom hand on my hip, finger out.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to feel the full force of that threat. Okay, the E is for engaged.
Okay, so the E, this is kind of the opposite thing. I want you to look for people doing things together, anything, and I don't want you to tell them you're taking your photo. Don't say, look at me. Don't interrupt them. Just capture them engaged in something else. It's a little bit of everyday magic when that happens.
I did this just this morning. I had 4 little blondies cuddled up in my bed. I had caved and let them watch a cartoon before school, and all 4 of them sitting there with their mouths hanging open and their eyes wide. Even as I took it this morning, I thought, I'm going to frame this. Like this moment, I just want to, and no one was looking, no one was smiling. Again, mouths were gaping open, and we're seeing magical moments here of your own family, the puzzles, the chalk. It's the unposed, right, magic of the photo.
It's the unposed. So pose them and have fun, and then make sure you get them unposed, doing real life things together.
All right, P-E, what's the O?
So O is, let's consider the relationship photos you already have, and let's organize them a little bit. We tend to make albums for destinations and for big events, but I want you to start curating images that show togetherness. So if one photo of 2 people hugging is fun, then trust me, a whole album of hugging photos is like over the top. It's what I call joy on my phone. So bring those relationships together and put them in albums so you can access them easier.
So we're looking at your hugging album?
Yes.
You have an album
I have a hugging album.
You have an album just for hugging?
Yes, I do.
What other albums?
Awesome.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic, and this is like opening my mind in so many sweet ways. What other albums do you have on your phone, Stacy?
Okay, so just think about relationships. I have an Oh Brother album. I have Sister Power or Just the Girls. You can do Dad and Me. You can do Grandma and Grandpa. You know, just what are the relationships that you value? Start pulling those photos together and keep them together, because that's what you hand your kid when they're sad. And I promise it changes everything when they see people.
This is such a game changer also because of all the photos we take. I sometimes don't know if it's the what am I trying to say? The quantity of photos. I mean, it is. We can have too many for sure. But I think it's a lack of organization that stresses me out the most. And so the idea of just funneling these into, you know, specified designated albums feels like a release. It feels like such a productive thing to do at the doctor's office or waiting, you know, for my kids in the carpool pickup line.
Exactly. Yeah. Ditch the social media and just spend some time on your own scroll, and let's concentrate the fun and the joy in the relationships.
All right. The second P in your acronym, as we try to capture more of the relationships and the emotion, is for portrait. Now, is this the feature we have on our phone, the picture taking?
It is, and I find that so many people don't even look down there to know that it's there, so you just swipe. So portrait mode is going to absolutely elevate those everyday magical moments, and it focuses on one person in a group of people, and then it does that beautiful depth of field thing. So you don't have to be a super good photographer. You just put it on portrait mode. You're going to get the beautiful blurry background, and it's perfect when your house is a mess. Okay?
There you go.
No,
What mess? What mess?
It doesn't. You can't see it. It's all blurred out.
L, of course, stands for love. What if I LOVE all of my photos? How do you choose?
You don't. I'm your story coach, and I'm telling you that this is a far more selective group of pictures. It's something I call photos I love. It's not 10%, it's not 1%, it's 0.1% of all the photos you've ever taken. As I tell you about these, your brain is serving some up right now.
Yes.
You know what they are. So just like relationship photos, you concentrate these together, put them in an album, and the best news, Brooke, is that you can start to tell these photos on your device in the caption field.
All right, so finally.
If you were going to tell one such photo a month, right? Just a month.
One a month.
In a year, you're going to have a completed album. Like print those photos you love the very most, print those and tell some stories with those.
0.001%. 20 seconds, sister. The E is for every day. We need those everyday moments as well.
We're just coming back to every day because I really want your viewers to hear me out, okay? They are more important than the birthdays. They're more important than Disneyland and graduation and wedding photos. At the end, it's in your home where the magic happens. So take your camera out at home just like you did this morning. That's what you're going to love.
Stacy, this was so helpful. You have a class called Rock Your Scroll, and you're giving us a half-off promo, Studio 5 today. Really quickly, what does this class entail?
I'm going to help you take control of your camera roll. I'm going to teach you all of these things and way more that I've showed you today so that you truly can, right, harvest joy on your phone. You're going to love to spend time with your pictures, and you're going to know what to do with them. I'm going to teach you the tricks.
Do we sign up on your website?
Yeah, sign up on my website. Yep.
All right, we'll link you there from ours and be sure to use that Studio 5 promo code. Mwah! Thank you, Stacy.
Mwah! Happy Valentine's Day.